It's live. We'll see. I just figured I was heading to town, so it wouldn't hurt to, use up my battery. Then I had service. So I know this is kind of last minute, but I figured let me take one out in case I see a rattlesnake so I can hear it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I thought I had some battery. Woot! Proof of life. Yes, I'm alive, and it's a nice view behind me. Unfortunately, right there behind me is not so great of a view. Been hearing thunder as I'm running down this downhill, but anyway, yeah. So I just thought that I would let y'all see a glimpse of the trail. Hopefully, I don't bust my butt running down this hill. But I hope all of y'all are having a good weekend. Yeah, I'm about to go into reserve. So basically what happened the other night was just randomly it got way below freezing, it felt like anyway. It froze my sawyer, so we were planning to just keep going 2 more days, which is 40 more miles to Pie Town. But since Sawyer's froze, I'm gonna go into reserve and get some bleach to be able to treat the water, because everything's like cow ponds right now. If it was like that picture I just posted, if it was like springs, I would take a chance, but I'm not drinking cow water and taking that chance. So let's see. Gary says, hi y'all, looks like tons of snow ahead. Any thoughts? Actually, I haven't heard anything about a lot of snow, so I'm glad you told me. I can start maybe checking that out. I mean, unless it's 200% what it normally is, I can't imagine that it'll be worse than the Sierra Nevada, but I might be wrong. So we'll see. But yeah, the stretch has been, we went from way too much water, like crossing the Gila River literally like 200 times, to like no water. So when I woke up this morning, I think we had gone 4 miles since the last water source, and we had like 14 miles to town. So yeah, it's like 18 miles with about 4 liters, no, maybe 3, no, 4 liters of water. So been rationing for sure, but luckily with this cloud cover, it's kind of cool and makes me not as thirsty, but I'll hydrate real good when we get to reserve. I apologize for not posting this ahead of time, but I'm hoping to do some of these kind of spur of the moment, live things from trail if I get signal, and I'm heading to town, so it won't hurt to run my battery down. So, a lot of them I will try to schedule, but I just figured it might be good to go ahead and pop on and do one of these, especially since it's the weekend and a lot of folks might be off. But if you get the Patreon app and set up for notifications, then you should get notified, if I post. But I know in this day and age there are so many notifications for everything that people get sick of them. So, but it's an option. Okay, let's see. Driving through Pie Town years ago on a road trip, thought we'd stop for pie. Some cyclists riding Mexico to Canada has the same idea. We all arrived to find the pie shop was closed for the day. Oh, yeah, never seen anyone so crestfallen as those cyclists. Yeah, I'm really hoping that they're not going to be closed, because I'm pretty excited about having some pie too. Yeah, like really excited. So I would be pretty disappointed. Perk said that he heard, sorry, I'm switching hands here. Perk said that he heard that they have actual bakeries there, like good bakeries. So we're hoping for some good stuff. So if they're closed, we might just have to zero and get it anyway the next day. But yeah, in this trail, I have been eating less sweets. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I still eat some sugar now, but I've noticed myself bacon jerky is pretty fantastic. And the Cracker Barrel brand is so good. I mean, it's like it's amazing. I'm surprised I haven't really found it before now, but it's heavenly. Yeah. So, it is getting a little windy. I'm afraid the storm is going to catch us or get to the road before we do. Hopefully not. We got sprinkled on a little bit yesterday. I have noticed that gut hooks is not as reliable on this trail as probably the AT. I didn't have it there, and for sure the PCT. So yesterday we ended up on a hillside. It was really steep, and then it started raining. But luckily I have the topo map in gut hooks downloaded, so I was able to navigate us to a flat enough spot, and then we ended up finding the trail. So we didn't have to camp on a steep slope with it raining, because that would have not been fun. But anyway, let's see. Are you still hiking with Perk and Aaron? Kelly asks. So Aaron is just ahead, probably within a mile. I think Perk is a few miles ahead, but Perk's water filter didn't get frozen. Me and Aaron's did. So Perk has let me use his, like if I've been near him at a water source. But so Aaron and I are going into reserve, and Perk is going to keep on hiking, and he may, get to Pie Town and zero and wait on us, or he may keep trucking, but we'll catch him. It's kind of how the trail works. So, but yeah, we're gonna get some bleach. And Aaron had a great idea. He said that that we should get like some Visine bottles and rinse them out really well, and then stick it in like a cup of bleach and suck it up. That way we'll have a way to measure drops, as a ratio into liters to make it safe. So anyway, there's that. But it's been 6 days since I've had a bath, and I'm smelling pretty rank and feeling pretty gross. So I'm excited that it's going to be 6 instead of 8 to get a shower. So that's good. Not thrilled that that this town is 28 miles off trail, but such is life. So I've gotten over that already. I'm not upset anymore. Let's see. Hachita looks kind of sad on Google Maps. I'm guessing you guys didn't find much there when you went into town. Hope your friend with stomach issues is fully recovered. Yeah, Aaron is feeling much better. I mean, he felt better after we left Lordsburg. And yeah, you're right. Hachita has pretty much nothing. So we got shuttled by a guy from Hachita to Lordsburg, and got a ride back with a guy that does water caches. So yeah, we stayed in Lordsburg during that, when we got to Hachita, and then went back to the trail at Hachita and, kept hiking north. We don't skip any trails, so continuous footpath for this trail anyway. But sometimes there is no trail. So yeah, Hachita does have like a general store, and I heard that they're opening some kind of hostel. The community center is getting work done to it. So I think that as it progresses, it'll get better. So I think it'll improve as a place for hikers. I mean, they really have an opportunity to capitalize on it for real. So let's see. Next water source like that: dig a hole close to water's edge. Dig deep enough for water to seep and its natural filter before using Sawyer bleaches. Thank you. That's a great idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah, at least it'll run through that, sand and whatnot, soil, and filter. Yeah. And then if I ran it through a bandana, and I've been using my Sawyer because it seems to be removing at least some of the dirt. But then I'm boiling it if I drink water that's not treated. So, still have your hat? Gary asks. Yes, I do. It's hanging back there. Yeah, it's still there. I just, I put it on when it's so windy that I can't use my umbrella, or like I'm not under the trees that I'm under right now. And plus the cloud cover, so which doesn't keep you from getting burned, I guess, but yeah, still have it so far. I still have the umbrella. Going over a blowdown. There have been a lot of these lately. Let's see. Did you not keep your filter on your person, especially at night in your sleeping bag? Yeah. So normally I would. Normally I just put it like in a Ziploc bag, but I was not expecting it to get freezing. I mean, it's been kind of chilly at night, but nowhere near what it dropped to that night. So, I mean, I did say to myself, well, I kind of cool it off pretty quick this evening. And so that should have been my warning. I always sleep with my filter inside my tent, and it was inside my tent that night, but it was cold enough that it froze inside my tent. Let's see, how far till you get to the Colorado border? Are you looking forward to getting into higher elevations? I'm very excited to get to Colorado. It's kind of cool for me because that's where I was when I quit my job and decided to go hike the AT. So it's kind of coming around full circle. And I got some friends still scattered around Colorado. Actually, Riga lives in Boulder now. So it would be really cool if she could come join us for a stretch. But as far as higher elevations go, I'm looking forward to prettier views. Not really necessarily itching for climbs because, like, I mean, does anyone really enjoy uphills? I mean, it's what it takes, but I prefer downhills. As far as elevation out here, though, we've been up above 9,000 feet already. I bet right now I'm between 8,500 and 9,000 if I had to throw a number at you. So going downhill now, though, to the road. So, but yeah, we were on a ridge last night where we camped. But yeah, I am looking forward to Colorado. Just looking forward to crossing the state line, you know. So the Gila River route connected back to the official CDT. And so we're at like mile 360 something right now, almost 370. And that route cut off like, I don't know exactly how many miles taking that alternate, but the official has pretty much no water. So I'm not sure that anybody does it. But I am keeping up with, you know, official, actual miles hiked, so that I will know at the end of this, like how many I've hiked. Or I'm writing it all down, like where we stay and stuff, but I'll have to calculate it later. Sally says, good morning, Sally. Perk says, he's gonna write something to you soon. And Scott Bell said, just wanted to wish you luck. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. We need all the luck we can get out here. So there really haven't been many mosquitoes, but there have been these bees, and they look like a yellow jacket had a baby with a fruit fly or something. I don't know, but they don't really act like they're gonna sting you, or they're not like you know, aggressive, but they're just annoying. And it seems like as soon as the sun comes up in the morning, they're like trying to get all up in the tent, and I swear I hear them buzzing all day. But I guess they're better than mosquitoes that actually bite you. So let's see. Sorry if I missed it. What's your mileage look like? Like daily mileage, if that's what you're referring to. Daily mileage has been the highest 28, which was only one day that it was that high. The lowest, I think, was like the first day, which was like 8 to 9.5, somewhere in there, 8.5, 9.5. I don't remember. But I would say we're probably at an average right now of like 15 to 18. So not great, but, you know, not terrible. And as far as on the official CDT, the mile marker that we're at right now is like 367 or something like that. So, let's see. Awesome. Thanks for doing this ad hoc. Ooh, I'm out riding. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, it's the weekend, right? You got to go out and enjoy some fresh air on the bike. Let's see. Now I'll post away on Patreon. All right. As long as it's not annoying y'all and y'all are like, oh my God, I'm getting too many emails. You know, I'm going to tell her to be quiet or whatever. If it gets annoying, shoot me a message and I won't be offended. So, let's see. So cool to see you actually hiking. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I thought it would be kind of cool. I hate that it wasn't planned so everyone knew, but, I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool for y'all to be able to see. See, there's some blue skies up there. Looks like maybe that rain cloud went the other way. Hope. But yeah, it's actually, there are some trees out here right now. So, let's see. And look for a little mention from me in town. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means. In case I miss it, or I could miss it, you might want to message me. Snow is melting fast here in Colorado. We're getting ready for you. Good. I'm glad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like eating snow snacks, you know, where you scoop up some snow and squirt some Mio on it. Or if you want to go all out and do the sugar and Kool-Aid and boil it and make a syrup. So good. And I really do miss that about the snow, and the fact that you kind of have water wherever you want it. But I don't miss being on a slope and being afraid I'm going to fall off and die, or like crossing a raging river. So yeah, it was the first time I crossed that Gila River, y'all. I had like a flashback to the PCT, and I was like, and I had to just like calm myself down and go, this isn't the PCT. This is actually fun, and it's warmer, and it's going to be okay, you know. But it's just like my mind was, you know, like, oh, I know how this goes. We have to be worried about being swept away. But nothing on the Gila was like that at all. So it was actually really nice. Oh, just a little note. Okay. All right. Very random catching you just now. Bo says hi and keep trucking. Yay! Well, Lloyd, tell Bo I said hello back. And yeah, we are going to keep trucking. How do you purify water with bleach? So, from what I know, I'm going to Google it more when I get to town. And they may have some tablets or something like that. I know they have a general store here, but the places on this trail don't have as much of the things that hikers need as like on the PCT and the AT. So they may have something, a better option than bleach. But that's just like, I'm like, any town or general store is going to carry bleach, right? But so I think that probably what we'll do, I'll have to Google the ratio when I get to town, but it's probably like, I assume, a drop or two per liter. But I don't know for sure. So you just drop that in there, and that's pretty much it. And I guess it kills most of the things that you'd be worried about, you know, being in bad water. And I'll probably run it through my sawyer first, because like I said, I think it's pulling out dirt at least. So I'll run it through my sawyer to pull out, you know, that. If the sawyer stops doing that, then bandana, run it through bandana. And then just add the bleach so that, you know, nothing is living in there. And I think with that, you have to wait less time than tabs. So, yeah. But don't worry, I'm not like, you know, eating Tide Pods or something. I'm talking about drinking bleach. That's terrible. I shouldn't even make that joke. Okay, let's see. Okay. Look at y'all already Googling stuff for me. A cap per gallon of water. Oh, a quarter cap. I was going to say, gosh, that sounds like a lot. A quarter cap per gallon. Okay. Well, then or are you saying for a liter that it would be a quarter cap? I'll Google what it is per liter, because that's what our bottles are pretty much in. But go lint style and just drink from mud puddles. Just kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, you know, I think some of these fellas have stronger guts than I do, which I don't know. I mean, through the Sierra Nevada, I definitely, when I dropped my sawyer and it broke, I drank first from some streams / springs when we weren't like that high in elevation still, and there were some cow pies around. So I just don't love having diarrhea out here, though, really. I just don't. And to me, I'm like, get a night in town in a shower and not have diarrhea on the trail. I think I'll go with that. So let's see. Drew says, hi, Dixie. I'm joining a little late. Thank you for going live. Were you the only one with a filter? Wondering why you aren't sharing. Sorry if this is a duplicate question. No, that's actually not a duplicate. I talked about it a little bit. No. Aaron had a filter. His froze too. Perk has a filter, and he's let me borrow it twice. And I've just toted extra water. But I think he's worried about it clogging too much. He's new to the Sawyer, and I could tell that he was slightly reluctant to let me use it, if we're being honest, which I get. You know, he wants his thing, so he made sure that I wasn't gonna, you know, be sick or anything, and let me use it a couple of times and knew that I could bowl the rest. I guess, you know, he didn't offer for me to use it all the way to Pie Town, so we're going into reserve so I can get something to hold me over 40 more miles to Pie Town. And if there were good sources from this highway to Pie Town, then I would just, you know, chance it. But they're all going to be cow pies or cow puddles. So I just, like I said, I just don't want to have diarrhea. So, and I figure, yeah, it's going to take a little time to get to the town and back to trail. But I mean, it would take a while to heal up in town or not heal up, but get well in town if I get sick and diarrhea. So, you know, this way I don't have to feel bad, at least. And it is what it is. Oh, look. Here I can show y'all a CDT marker. Hey, look at that. I'm really here. See, I'm not pretending. Okay, let's see. Gary says 2 drops per quart. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's why we were thinking about putting it in like a Visine bottle or something so that we can be able to measure the drops. So, well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm wondering how many miles we have left to the road. There's Aaron way up there. Aaron! Wave! I don't know if you can see him or not. Maybe. Do what? The patrons? Yeah. Yeah, I figured I'd just do a live Q&A going down the trail since we're going to town. Sorry, I'm probably yelling in y'all's ears.